Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in at the point. And for Denver, Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then there's Bull. And it's Porter in at the 3. Now here's Murray. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Pass to Bull. It's Barton on the wing. And there's Murray on the assist by Barton.
And the confidence from Murray, just so efficient from the interior.
Pass to Leonard. Denver grabs the miss. Barton left side. That one misses. And here's Los Angeles. 4-point game. Here's Morris. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Murray surveying the D. Morris with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Meeting right at the rim, he typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Outside Jackson. Pass to George. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Filing to try and stop the shot, but PG-13 with terrific body control makes him pay.
Nuggets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Murray against Leonard. Murray the pass to Bull. It's stolen by Morris. Here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got 5 points so far.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Murray against Leonard. Murray the pass to Bull. Shot clock at 5. To the middle. Here's Jokic, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And at 7-2, Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Here's Zubac, following the basket by Jokic. Zubac, that's good.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
The kick out to Porter. Basket, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now, here is George. 5 points in the game. Down low. Zubac, that's good.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Well, this is his game. Be proactive offensively, put the defense back on his heels.
Murray against Leonard, and the dunk by Bull.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Now here's Jackson, still looking for his first bucket in this one.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Paul Millsap's checked in for Bull. And Monte Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Here's Morris. The pass to Jokic. Back to Morris. Lays it up and banks it in.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 5. With some arc, Millsap with the steal. Barton finds Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And when Jokic drives, he's like a freight train with that great physical ability, able to kind of push the defense wherever he wants them to go.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the Nuggets, Austin Rivers is out there with Jermichael Green. Then there's Paul Millsap. Then there's Monte Morris. A nice shot by Rivers.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Clippers trail by 7, and he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubats. Stolen by McGee. And now the Nuggets, fast break. Rivers has got the ball, feeds it to McGee. That's tipped, and it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here, and the Clippers making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. A 3 from Morris. Millsap, and it's Millsap with the extra effort. Millsap's got his first points of the game.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Batum with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's the 3. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
Gordon, the pass to Morris. Out to the right wing. 6 to shoot. Millsap, and Millsap slams it in.
Well, all right, Paul Millsap looking bouncy tonight.
Clippers trail by 5. And Beverly kicks to Kennard. Batum trying to break loose. Kennard's shot is off. Nuggets have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. And Morris throws it down.
Now that's beautiful. Millsap could have forced something there, but instead waits for his open teammate.
Here's Beverly. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Denver leading by 5. Morris looking over the floor. Dishes at the Millsap. Back to Morris. Millsap trying to get open. Morris, no good. Clippers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Kennard's shot is off. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. They've led by as much as 10. Another shot. Millsap misses. Clippers trail by 5. Here's Kennard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Sharpshooter Kennard is valuable. A guy who stretches the floor and works very hard.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. And still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
Leonard, no luck. The Nuggets leading by 5. Here's Murray, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Murray's got 6 points.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. A 3 from Leonard. Here's Jackson, and it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time. There's really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Jokic with the bucket.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
And they go to the intentional foul. The Clippers have yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard. And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Locked down, Leonard a smother.
And that concludes the first half. Denver on top, up by
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. After 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They have a nice 7-point lead. Thanks for joining.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. They've got Morris. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Murray. Makes it off the glass. Murray's got the first bucket of the third here for the Nuggets.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Reagan, New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Here's Zubac. Following the score by Jamal Murray. And it's Leonard missing.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboards.
Here's Zubats. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Zubats has got 8.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Now, here's Porter. Back to Barton. Leonard with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Always up there among the leaders in steals. Leonard gets his team out in transition.
Leonard against Murray. That one, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. To the paint, here's George. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And it's Murray with the jam.
Have to enjoy seeing Murray jam it down. His vertical is very impressive.
Up top, Leonard, guarded by Porter. And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from Leonard.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
And an intentional foul right there. A different look for Denver. Paul Millsap is checked in for Jokic. Austin Rivers comes in for Michael Porter. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Now, here is Morris. Shot clock at 6. Millsap trying to get open. Up and in on the layup. 6 points for him.
That's just good basketball. Can't ask for a better look.
George with the ball. He's got 11. The feed to Ibaka. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Now, here is Morris. It's a 3-point game. Over Beverly. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Now, here is Morris. He has 6. And the rejection by Cousins. To the inside. Here's Green. Millsap trying to get open. Lays it up off the glass. Green's got his first bucket of the night.
Quick off the floor for these offensive rebounds. Green's 7'2" wingspan. It helps him snatch them.
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Clippers have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9. And so he hits the technical free throw. And it's the Clippers with the ball. A 2-point game, and that's an intentional foul. Murray's checked in for Denver. George passes to Ibaka for the tie. Here's Cousins. Here's Mann, covered by Morris. Shots good by Ibaka.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Morris passes to Millsap to the wing on the left. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Murray. And no good. Ibaka with some nice D. For the lead. Morris with the rebound. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. And the rejection by Ibaka. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. And fourth. 3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Denver's shooting and offensive execution has been beyond great there. 63% from the floor in this game. Green is out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Nikola Jokic. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Jackson against Murray. And that's a foul called on Bol. That is his first foul of the game. Leonard with the ball. All guarded by Murray. Here's Morris. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And you see the body control. Morris taking the hit there, but still able to complete the play.
Pass to Jokic. And they pick up 2. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
And I don't think he expected to get that good of a look. Poor communication defensively.
Morris with the bucket.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Murray outside. Here's Bol. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Outside Jackson. And it's sent back by Jokic. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. For the Clippers, Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Marcus Morris. And Georgia subbed in for Luke Kennard. And Leonard gets it to go.
Attacking, trying to get good looks. Give Kawhi credit. He finds one.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Murray, the pass to Bol. It's stolen by Ibaka. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Leonard's got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Murray, Porter trying to free himself up.
You gotta feel comfortable when Murray is working the pick and roll. His shooting, speed, and passing all are next level.
Jokic with the steal. Here we go, 1-on-1. And so they foul intentionally. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Jokic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And it's a challenge trying to guard Jokic from there. Adept at making you foul him on the way up.
And Jokic drops them both.
Yeah, that's who you want stepping to the line when the game is close.
Outside, George. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the fourth. And yes, it's good.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
And here is Murray. It counts, and the foul. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And the competitive nature of Murray making all the difference there, doing everything he can to rally his team.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Zubac is checked in. Free throw good, Murray.
Yeah, terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
Clippers trail by 3. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter.
I like it. That's a great battle at the rim. He just couldn't finish.
And here we go. And finished off by Porter.
And it's clear Porter is a gutsy guy, someone who enjoys taking and making huge shots for his team.
Bounce pass from Beverly. To the middle. It's blocked. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his fourth assist in this one.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
Short, and it's sent back by Jokic. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And finished off by Porter.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
With their lead starting to stretch out just a little bit here late, they're in a prime position now to wrap this one up.
Barton finds Jokic. Good work there as it goes. And now it's an 11-point Nugget lead.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Nuggets.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jokic.
When it comes to protecting the rim, there are numerous ways to do that. The most exciting of those, just send shots back. And that's what he did tonight in volume.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. He feeds it to Porter. And Jokic throws it down.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Some good moments throughout. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll And just about to get underway as the starting five. It's time for the NBA. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Porter. And it's Bol in at the 4. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Enes Kanter is out there with Nurkic. And it's Covington in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Lillard. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points on the ball game. Back to Nurkic. Portland moving the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. They get it again. Kanter dishes to Lillard. Covington against Porter. Lillard from deep three-point land, from beyond the arc, and then some.
The remarkable range of Lillard. I mean, you see these shots he makes from distance with ease, effortless release.
Murray, good.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's Lillard. And another 3 for Portland.
Lillard plays with great pace. He's outstanding at knowing when to pull up off the dribble.
McCollum against Murray. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Back to Lillard. From deep. And Bol pulls it down.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Good on the shot. Murray's got 6.
Lights out here right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Pass to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. Count it. Good.
Now, realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Murray surveying the D. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
He's perfect from the field this quarter. He's giving the fits out there.
Now here's Lillard. 6 points for him. It's deflected.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots. Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. And the call up against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game. And Portland making a change here. Anthony's checked in. And a switcher also for Denver. Morris is checked in. A 3 from McCollum. And it's Denver with the rebound.
They get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving him.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Pass to Rivers. Here's Green. Shooting foul. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
I mean, although he's young, Collins has already proven to be very polished. I mean, it'll be fascinating to watch this guy continue to develop.
Morris with the bucket.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
30 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Kicks it out to Jones. Lets it go from 14. And it's Rivers with the rebound. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. It's a 5-point game. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play. Denver shooting their first free throw of the game right now. 12 seconds left to play in the first. With 4 seconds on the clock, goes back up. Giants. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Nuggets ahead, up by 8. And back with the start of...
I know that when the main guy...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
You got to credit their defense. Communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Enes Kanter, and it's Covington in at the 3 side.
It's never really easy trying to guard Nurkic. I mean, even when you get physical, he just stays with it.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic, he's checked in for Millsap. Bol comes in for JaMychal Green. Will Barton, he's checked in for Austin Rivers. And Murray's subbed in for Morris. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. And it's Murray with the jam.
And the amazing athleticism of Murray just taking off towards the rim for the jam.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. McCollum outside. Connects from 3-point range. McCollum's got 5 now.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Murray with it. 10 points for him. Now the pass to Bol. And Kanter over to help. Back to Murray. 5 to shoot. Banked in off the glass. Murray's got 4 points this quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Now McCollum, he has 5. Lillard left side. From outside, off the mark.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside. You got to love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down to 9. They're back within single digits after that one from McCollum. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Murray outside. Chalk up 2 there. Murray's got the lead up to 11 now for Denver.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David.
Oh, man, a reliable glue guy. Collins isn't just a skilled scorer. I mean, he's a rebounder, and he passes it well, too.
Barton outside. 1:07 left in the first half of the game. And now here comes Jones leading the break. And that one, good.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
The Nuggets leading by 7. Murray outside.
That's number 2 on him already. A third foul before the half, and he may be grabbing some pine.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. 46 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Morris. And the layup's good off the glass. Morris has got 7.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Simons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Giles. Back to Powell. The tray. Denver grabs the miss.
And they continue to control the glass.
Morris looking over the floor. Got it. Good job in the low post. And now it's an 11-point Denver lead. Here's Simons. Powell for 3. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Basket. Jamal Murray had a huge first quarter. He had 14 points and 1 assist. That's all for now. Say goodbye.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Taking a look at the Nuggets, they've got Nikola Jokic. Will Barton is out there with Murray. Then there's Bull, and it's Porter in at the small forward position. Now, here's Bull. He's covered by Cantor. Bull can't hit. Trailblazers trail by 9. Cantor trying to free himself up. And the basket by McCollum.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Murray kicks to Barton. A 3 ball. He can't get that one to fall. And it's Portland the other way.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic for, hey, bro, we had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
And that one is good. McCollum's got 4 points in the quarter.
He creates so much offense. I mean, Lillard puts intense pressure on the defense to react.
Outside, Porter. The kick out to Barton. Back to Porter. Murray outside. 4 on the clock. Stolen by McCollum. Outside, Covington. The shot by Lillard, wide open. Cantor, the pass to Covington. Nurkic. Outside, Covington. A three-pointer, no good.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Here's Porter. Good D by McCollum. Trailblazers have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Back to Lillard. Lets it go from deep. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists in the game. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Jokic with the bucket. Jokic has got 8 points. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality they got to fill some roles, right? And John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. We've got 1:28 left in the third quarter. Morris against Powell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And going back to his performance at the line last year, guys, 84% as a free throw shooter.
And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. They trail by 7. Inside, Giles. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Denver. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
1:09 left here in the third quarter. And here is Morris. 11 points in the game. Yes, that goes in. Here's Simons. And now they decide to foul intentionally. For Portland, they have shot 50% from the line today. 3 for 6. First one falls for him. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Morris. 13 points in the game. 44 seconds left in the third. The rebound by Giles. Here's Simons, defended by Gordon, and that one good.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
Here's Morris. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Trailblazers trail by 6. 17 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Simons. 6 on the shot clock. From down in the low post, it goes. Simons has got 6 here in this quarter.
I mean, he has his choice of finishing. Love that he picks the thing
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Nuggets lead by 4. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. He's still on. Now he is 9 of 10.
And with Murray, you have an all-around scorer, someone who feels comfortable shooting from just about any spot on the court.
Lillard, the pass to Kanter. Kicks it out to Lillard. Misses the 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Oh, and what hustle on defense from Nurkic. I mean, great at staying in place and a knowing score.
Kicks it out to Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
Here's Ball, and the dunk by Ball.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Lillard dishes to Covington. Back to Lillard. He feeds it to Nurkic. Passes it to Lillard. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Back to Nurkic. High, arcing shot. It's deflected. Murray outside. Makes it off the glass. Now it's a 7-point Denver lead.
And the confidence from Murray, just so efficient from the interior.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. McCollum against Barton. Now here's McCollum. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got 6 rebounds in the game. Missed inside. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Pass to Kanter. Jokic with the steal. And now the Nuggets, fast break, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game. Anthony's checked in for Portland. And Denver with a change here, too. Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Bull. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession.
Yeah, with no defensive pressure at all, you've got to be able to make that exchange.
Trailblazers trail by 7. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Out to Anthony. Back to Lillard. There's the 3. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Jones checked in for Anthony. Murray against Nurkic. Here's Jokic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
A big you can't really send to the line too much. Jokic, an effective free throw shooter.
Bol, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And he makes both free throws.
Oh, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. I mean, a very smooth touch on the stroke.
Murray against Lillard. Jones goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Jokic.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Murray with it to the inside. Here's Jokic. Misses in close.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything it can.
Jones in the post. He's covered by Murray. Lillard against Barton. Lillard dishes to McCollum. Shot clock at 5. Porter passes to Bull. McCollum against Porter. And finished off by Porter.
He just jumps so fast. I mean, give Porter a chance to dunk, and he doesn't think twice about it.
Lillard way outside. Portland again missing. For Denver, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth. And Murray, here we go.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
Here's Lillard in for his 7th make in 14 tries.
Well, talking about Lillard, he's so good as a scorer in the paint. I mean, probably just as good as any point guard.
Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this one.
Lillard with the bucket.
The star just keeps rising for Damian Lillard. Heck of a talent with tremendous range.
Here's Murray. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on C.J. McCollum. He drops the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
And it's a wrap. Any chance they may have had for a comeback just went out the window with those free throws.
Lillard from deep three-point land. Here's Giles, and that one drops.
And that's why you never stop working in the paint at either end of the floor.
So we see Denver. The view high above our broad. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Covington in at the 3 spot. And for the Clippers, Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Batum in a power forward position. Now, here's Nurkic. He dishes it to McCollum. From deep three-point range, Reggie Jackson with the rebound.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. And it's Lillard missing. And Batum kicks to Jackson. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Zubac, that's good. In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feels secondary.
And Lillard gets it to go.
And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their fourth shot of the game.
George looking around. Nurkic with the block.
Nurkic big and blocking.
The three. The shot by George, no good. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Lillard kicks to Collins. Leonard with the steal. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break, pushing it up. George with the bucket.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now, here's Lillard. Kicks it out to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Over Jackson. They grab their own miss. Over to the left wing. Collins wide open. He fires. Portland again missing.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. They trail by 6. Passes it to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. Lillard outside. Pass to Nurkic. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Collins. Powell, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Now here's Beverly. Powell in the high post. Over Kennard. Stolen by Beverly. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
That's where Patrick Beverly's defensive tenacity helps you out. Active hands, and he knocks the ball away.
1:12 left here in the opening quarter. Back to Powell. Clock at 4. Feeds it to Covington. 14 feet away. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D for the Trailblazers. Harry Giles is checked in for Anthony. Jones comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Rondae Hollis-Jefferson in for Anthony Simons. Beverly the pass to Kennard. And Cousins kicks to Beverly. It's good.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here are the Trailblazers now. Trailblazers trail by 10. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Offensive rebound. And there's the pass to Hollis-Jefferson. Clock at 6. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Now that's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Here's Beverly. And the shot goes in. Beverly's got 6 points.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers going into the break with a 10-point lead.
This game, it's
You know this, it takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Covington in at the 3. Nobody near Leonard. And another 3 for the Clippers.
So money on the catch and shoot. I don't know what the defense is doing there, giving Kawhi that shot.
Lillard surveying the D. Kicks to Collins. Pass to Covington. Here is Lillard. To the middle. Here's Collins. And finished off by Collins.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
Clippers leading by 14. After a promising rookie campaign, a lost year for Zach Collins, he played only 3 games before the injury took away the rest of his season.
Yeah, I mean, a strange year and a lost year for Collins. You could say that about the whole NBA for that regard. But Collins is underrated as a prospect outside of Portland. This team loves the energy and skill he brings, though, to the table.
Batum against Collins. And the rejection by Zubats. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. George has got the ball.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Nurkic.
At 280 pounds, I think Nurkic is well within his means to score past contact.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Kennard, the pass to Ibaka. Back to Kennard. And he banks in the layup. And the Clippers lead by 14.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Powell, that's good.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And Beverly kicks to Ibaka. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. There's Hollis Jefferson, and it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
He made a great decision there to push the basketball up. Excellent teamwork.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. At one point, they led by 16. Shoots the 3. No good on that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. And here again, the Trailblazers in transition. Up the court they go. And he trims the lead to single digits. Powell's got 4 points in the quarter. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes.
Reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
The drive by Cousins lays it up off the glass. And now it's a 12-point Los Angeles lead.
Now you got to put some stoppers on every lane towards the basket. Cousins is constantly looking for a direct route to the rim.
Hollis Jefferson with it. Cousins trying to free himself up. Gets it to go. That one good from Giles.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Beverly, the pass to Kennard. Beverly up top, covered by Hollis Jefferson. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. The shot's good from Cantor.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Los Angeles leading by 8. Beverly feeling it out a bit. Stolen. Back to Giles. Powell for 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They have an 8-point lead. Shaq. And
we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Patrick Beverly. He's been playing really well.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot. Covington dishes to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Yeah, not something you want to do. You let Lillard drive all the way to the rack, and he will throw it down.
Jackson kicks to Zubac. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 10. And for Portland, they're shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Lillard, the pass to Collins. Batum with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. Clinks the dunk off the rim. Trailblazers trail by 10. Kicks it out to McCollum. Shoots over Leonard. 3. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Reggie Jackson. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
And it's Rondo penetrating. Zubac finds Rondo. Back to Zubac. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Anthony comes in for Collins. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Outside, Covington. And it's McCollum in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Rondo with the steal. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Got a piece of it. And now Portland on the break. Powell, no one around him. Batum grabs the miss. Los Angeles leading by 12. Left side, Leonard. And it goes down 2 points.
A really good decision there from Paul George. Quick to find the open man.
And Portland with the ball. Now here's Powell. Passes it to Jones. And here is Powell. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Powell's got 6.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
No good on the shot. Now Portland takes it the other way. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Back to Cantor. Trailblazers moving the ball around. The shot by Powell, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Batum trying to break loose, and it's in there. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to 12 points. The points that time coming from Cantor. Rondo dishes to Leonard. For 3. No good that time.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Giles. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Giles has got his second basket of the game.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Rondo kicks to Leonard. Lays it up and banks it in. 9 points in the game so far.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
There's 47 seconds left in the third. Powell, the pass to Cantor. To the paint. Pass to Powell. Stolen by George. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard with the ball. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Los Angeles on top, leading by 14. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the floor for Portland, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Covington in at the small forward position.
You know Jackson can just fly. I mean, that athleticism and energy is off the charts.
McCollum outside. Takes a shot at the elbow, and Portland again with the bucket. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many of the guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. The dish to Leonard. And there it is for him. And the Clippers lead by 12.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
The pass to McCollum. Here's Collins. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Great use of the bounce pass. Thumbs down on that one. Tough to defend against.
Jackson from long range. Rebound by Nurkic.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Lillard way outside. And no good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. At one point, they led by 16. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Yeah, you don't see many of these opportunities for this team, but Kawhi, one guy who can get up there and get it done.
Lillard outside. And Lillard gets double teamed. It's tipped. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight. As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
Lillard the pass to Collins. McCollum with the bounce pass. 6 to shoot. Pass to Covington. Now Nurkic guarded by Jackson. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. So for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Paul George in for Kennard. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Anthony's checked in for Collins.
Well, Paul George concentrating through the contact and making sure he had a shooting window open.
Lillard way outside. It doesn't go for him. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Jackson with it. Lillard picks him up. Count that one. And the Clippers lead by 13.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Covington. The Clippers grab the miss.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Los Angeles.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Leonard.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverley comes in for Jackson. And Portland with a change here, too. Jones is checked in. George, no good. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Lillard with no one around. Drops in the tray. Lillard's got it back down to within single digits for the Trailblazers. Now Beverley. From deep. But they recover it. So the Clippers with the win. Even ooh. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Cole is out there with Jokic. Then it's Porter. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Murray in at the point guard. And for the Clippers, Patrick Beverley out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the 2 spot. Now here's Murray. And the dunk by Bol.
You know, I really like seeing this from Murray. Looking to get his open teammates involved. Being a willing passer is impressive to his teammates.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the Clippers. Now here's Jackson. And he comes up with the deuce.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
Murray with it. Barton outside. Jokic with it. George picks him up. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Zubac against Jokic. 6 on the shot clock. And Murray, here we go. And he gets the bucket.
Murray locked in on the task at hand, not allowing the defense to bother his shot at all.
George looking over the floor. The putback. It's good on the putback.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Murray outside. Down low. Here's Bol.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission. No, that's just too easy for Bol. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
The 3 from George. Here's Zubac. The shot's good on the assist by George.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. And it's Jokic in the corner. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Now, you got to remember, Barton isn't just a scorer. This guy is also superb at finding open teammates.
A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. from stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
Here's Murray. Paul George making his last shot. It's hauled in by Zubac. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. And George gets it to go.
Solid poise from PG, Paul George. Excellent at converting despite getting hit on the drive.
Murray surveying the D. He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Leonard. George, that's a two-pointer. And George with the stuff.
One of the great athletes in the league, and there are a bunch of them, but he's at the top of the list. Ferocity on that throwdown from Paul George.
Murray against Leonard. Murray dishes to Bull. And good that time. Bull's got 6 points.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Outside Leonard. Back to Jackson. Kicks it out to Leonard. Lets it go with the three. The shot, no good. Now Denver takes it the other way. Ahead, here's Bull. Oh!
My goodness.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
Now here's Barton after the miss from Reggie Jackson. And it's sent back by George. Barton kicks to Murray. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
And the clever passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the court.
35 seconds left in the first quarter. Cousins, no one around him, and it comes off the front of the rim. The Nuggets have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Jokic with the bucket.
Jokic has such a feel for when to attack, and when he's moving like this, it's basically all she wrote for the defense.
Can they get it? And there's the nice layup by Leonard.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Now Murray. To the middle. Here's Bull. Nice D from Cousins. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nuggets.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. So on the floor for Denver, we've got Green. He's out there with Paul Millsap. Morris is out there with Austin Rivers. A nice shot by Rivers. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10", with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. Denver in the lead. Rivers finds Millsap. Oh, good on the three. Clippers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Pass to Beverly. Back to Batum. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Morris looking over the floor. And it's McGee with the jam.
And this kind of athleticism at the center position, pretty remarkable. I mean, McGee letting it all hang out there.
Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. Here's Mann. And yes, it's good. Here's Rivers. On the wing, Morris. Kennard covering. Morris into the lane. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
And this is what happens when Millsap gets deep inside. Superb at finishing with force.
Beverly against McGee. Passes it to Ibaka. Beverly wide open. Kept alive. A second chance effort. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
At times in his career, Ibaka has looked out of control when forced to finish through defenders. That time keeps his poise and reaps the benefits.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for the Clippers. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Rondo against Morris. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Will Barton, he's checked in for Denver. The shot by George, no good.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And here are the Clippers now. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Shot clock at 6. George with the ball. Out guarded by Barton. And George kicks to Zubac. Los Angeles with another miss. The Nuggets leading by 3. Pass to Bowl. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 5th assist in this one.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
And we've seen Lillard's ball handling improve over the years, especially in the pick and rolls where he has grown to be very effective.
And then Murray with the jam.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind a little extra.
Now, here's Leonard. He's got 5. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And at about 230 pounds, Leonard is a well-built specimen, can absorb defenders like it's nothing.
And the Clippers making a change here. Rondo's checked in. That free throw good from Leonard. 44 seconds left to play here in the half. Murray with it. Leonard's there. Murray, good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, when he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. And the Nuggets making a change here.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
Now here's Murray. He's got 9. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. It's stolen by Ibaka. Now the Clippers moving it up. And then Leonard with the dunk.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Now here's Murray. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be back with you shortly.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 12 points and 1 assist. That's all for now.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the center filling out the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
At his size, Jokic a threat to throw it down, showing you how dominant he can be inside.
Jackson looking it over. Over Murray. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And the Clippers making a change here. Ibaka's checked in. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint. Paul Millsap's checked in for Bull. Here's George. That shot off. Barton with some nice D. The Nuggets trail. Here's Murray. Porter controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Always good to see the young fella Porter Jr. outwork the opposition on the glass that time.
Outside Jackson.
Yeah, good job. Just staying alert there, snatching up that long rebound.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
You can't allow Murray to beat you to the rack. I mean, he really turns on the Jets in the open floor. You got to get in front.
Jackson with it, out guarded by Murray. Here's Leonard, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Jackson passes to Leonard. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid. He's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They've brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
Denver making a switch here. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Morris against Beverley, and the rejection by Ibaka.
An elite rim protector. Ibaka has the highly desired combination of athleticism and timing. really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Morris against Beverly. Shot clock at 3. Fires the 3. The putback, and Ibaka is right there. Ibaka's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
They get it back. McGee drops in the layup for 2. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Shots good by Kennard.
That was a strong pick. Ammonia strong by Ibaka.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. Outside Gordon. To the left wing. Millsap with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Here's Morris. It's blocked.
How impressive was that? The little fella, Beverly, extending out for the block. Showed us some nice timing for a guy that's not much taller than 6'2".
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Inside. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Now it's a 4-point Clipper lead. 44 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Gordon dishes to Morris. Back to Gordon. Out to Morris, to the paint, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Rajon Rondo's checked in for the Clippers. Los Angeles leading by 4. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Shots good by Ibaka.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Nuggets have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Morris passes to Bull. And it's blocked by Ibaka. They get it back. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've got... And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So on the floor for Denver, Cole is out there with JaMychal Green. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Michael Porter.
And even at 6'5", that's not a giant by any means. Murray elevates high inside for these buckets. He's a high percentage shooter down low for sure.
Rondo kicks to Leonard. Basket counts. Leonard's got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
So for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Batum in for Rajon Rondo. Jokic, no good. Clippers leading by 6. Leonard inside, Harden defending.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Nugget shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Well, you don't like to see Murray get on this kind of a roll if you're defending him now because he's creative, and once he gets going, it's hard to slow him down.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Jackson against Murray. Second chance shot, and the pass to Zubac. Here's George. A three from Leonard. Denver grabs the miss.
After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
And it's Jokic missing. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by George. Leonard's got 21.
1 triple for him in the first half. Now he's hit another.
Here's Murray up on top, defended by Batum. Murray kicks to Jokic. Yes, that goes in.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
Jackson with it, now guarded by Barton. Here's George. Good on the bucket. George has got the lead back up to 9 now for the Clippers.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. It's hauled in by Zubac. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Leonard dishes to George. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Leonard kicks to Jackson. On the wing, George. Shoots over Barton. And it's George missing.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
And it's sent back by George. Pass to Jackson. Wide open look here for Zubac. Right side, George. That one off the back iron and out.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Porter finds Jokic. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
Outside Jackson. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Murray. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
The Nuggets trail by 7.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get a point.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
Just refusing to back down when the spotlight's brightest. Porter outstanding at taking over here in the clutch.
Jackson passes to Leonard. Right wing. Back to Jackson. And stolen by Murray. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on George.
And this is a guy who just naturally draws fouls at a very high rate. That time Porter takes him off the bounce.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers.
Clutch. Those free throws turn this into a one-possession ball game.
And so they foul intentionally. A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
This is when you really need to maintain your focus.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Beverly. It's good.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Here's Murray. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Cannot get too handsy with Murray, especially when he's rising up for the shot.
Both good from the line that time. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
Wide open look here for Murray. Nice open look, but it's no good. So the Clippers with the win. It was all right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg. It's just about game time. The Blazers never looked more confident. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Giles is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. And for the Nuggets, Cole is out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Jamal Murray, and it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Barton in at the 2 spot. Covington with the steal. It's McCollum with the drive. It's good.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
Now here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Here's McCollum. Denver getting their last shot to go. Here's Lillard, and that's off the glass and in.
That's the strength of Lillard's game right there. Gorgeous arc, too, on that jump shot. Up in the air a little bit more.
Outside, Porter. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Nice move. Jokic. Good D by Covington.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Kicks it out to Lillard. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Barton with some nice D. Here's Porter, and he makes the 8-footer.
Well, Barton had a good feel about what was happening defensively, and his teammate was wide open.
Lillard finds Covington. McCollum outside. And stolen by Bull. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
McCollum against Barton. Here's Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Offense clicking early here. 3 for 4 to start this one.
Murray surveying the D. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Murray's got his second bucket of the game to go. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to – when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Lillard outside. .130 left to play here in the first. Murray, the pass to Porter. Here's Jokic. And there's a whistle. That goes on Harry Giles. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Denver. Paul Millsap's checked in for Bol. Gordon comes in for Porter. And Monte Morris subbed in for Will Barton. Now, here is Morris. 5 on the clock. And Murray. Here we go.
Surprising quickness. Murray burying his head down and just sprinting to the rack.
Portland trailing here. Simons surveying the D. Jokic against Jokic. Here's Anthony. It's good.
Melo showing some muscle. Impressive right there with that physical finish.
There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Outside Gordon. Pass to Jokic. 7-foot shot. And no good. Trying to use the glass. The Trailblazers have gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. Jones, no luck. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Morris passes to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Jokic is a big center, tough to contain, close to the basket. That's a nice throwdown.
Here's Simons. Here's Nurkic. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And honestly, guys, in real time,
What a performance by Jamal Murray. He has been the story for the Denver Nuggets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct.
When I'm training in the summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Portland. Enes Kanter is out there with Collins. Then it's Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at point guard.
Like the fact that the timing on that play was perfect for Collins to get up, collect it, and dunk it.
And here is Morris. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. To the inside. And there's Green on the assist by Morris. Green's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nuggets.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Zach Collins. Jones comes in for Norman Powell. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Pass to Dozier. Morris outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Simons, he's checked in for Portland. And Morris drops them both. Here's Simons. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. The pass to Nurkic. Outside Anthony. Tries from 10. Cantor, the pass to Nurkic.
Excellent footwork inside from Nurkic there to put the D in an awkward position and force them to foul him there.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the game. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Cantor. Norman Powell comes in for Derek Jones. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Anthony. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And count it, the shot. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
They double him with Jokic, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And here are the Nuggets now. The Nuggets leading by 5. Jokic draws the double. It's stolen. Porter against McCollum. That's tipped. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Martin passes to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And Lillard gets it to go.
Just straight quickness. Lillard showing off the effortless blow-by.
Now Murray, 11 points in the game. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Murray's got the lead back up to 7 now for the Nuggets.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Back to Lillard. Fires, high post, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Lillard's got 10 points in the game.
Well, you're trying to affect Lillard's shot somehow, some way, but he has that little lean, and that gives him that separation he needs to score.
And Murray, here we go.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here. And he makes the first.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Denver. Rivers comes in for Will Barton. Zach Collins checked in for Portland.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Shoots. Lillard misses. The Nuggets leading by 7. And it's Murray penetrating. And it's Murray with the jam.
Murray right now just on a roll, scoring at will on the offensive end.
The Trailblazers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Outside Collins. 44 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Clock at 6. Powell with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And it's Lillard missing. Rivers against McCollum. And Rivers gets it to go in on the assist by Green.
Aggressive move off the dribble. You could see the confidence growing right now for Austin Rivers.
McCollum outside. Back to Lillard.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to...
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, well, what can you say about superstar big man Nikola Jamal Murray? And
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Yeah, the defense has got to be a little bit embarrassed. There is no reason why he should just be on top of that rim.
Cole is out there with Jokic. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Murray. And it's Porter in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. McCollum outside. Kicks it out to Lillard. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Lillard's got the opening bucket to start the second half for Portland. McCollum against Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Toughest thing to cover in the game, and Jamal Murray making it difficult on that play in the pick and roll.
Lillard against Murray. And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down to 9 in the bucket from Lillard.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And McCollum with the slam.
Now McCollum a blur that time in transition. A quick-footed guard who runs the floor like a gazelle.
Murray outside. Doubled by McCollum. Pass to Jokic. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. And the dunk by Covington.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession. And then CJ getting slick.
Covington against Murray. Kicks it to Bull. Yep, that one goes in there. Bull's got his first points in this one.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Big time drive from Lillard, and the contact. He has the mindset just to slough it off.
Porter against McCollum. Bull kicks to Murray. It's tipped. And now Covington running the floor all by himself.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
Pass to Bull. Porter kicks to Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Count it. Good. Murray's got 21 in the game.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
McCollum with the bounce pass. Lillard from outside gets it to go from beyond the arc. Lillard's got 9 points in the quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And that's an intentional foul. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Green finds Rivers. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Millsap passes to Morris. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Millsap. Rebound by Nurkic.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Here's Millsap. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Well, right now, Millsap taking on the challenge and going right at him.
Here's Simons. He's guarded by Rivers. And here's Anthony from the arc. He can't get it to go. Now Denver takes it the other way. Now here's Millsap with the tip.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Simons, the pass to Nurkic. To the paint. And it's Simons missing. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. 6-point game. The feed to Rivers. Green breaking loose. Rivers can't get it to go. For Portland, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them.
No, I wouldn't test Gordon. With that vertical and length, please try someone else.
Millsap attacking. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Clearly a foul.
The Nuggets have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And Paul Millsap has been underrated for most of his career. A consistent double-double threat and has performed at an all-star weekend.
Here's Simons down low. Collins kicks to Anthony. Over Rivers. Simons beat the clock. Count it! He caught it!
That's how you do it. Stay.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Denver on top. They're up by 5. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell, and it's Giles in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Lillard comes with the double team, kicks it out to Gordon. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Here's Morris, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Denver making a switch here. Barton is checked in. Trailblazers trail by 5. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's Lillard.
And the defense from Millsap definitely has an impact on the trajectory of that one.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Morris into the lane. Can't cash in from close range. The Trailblazers shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic, he's checked in for Millsap. Bol comes in for Green. Porter's checked in for Rivers. And Murray's subbed in for Monte Morris. McCollum, no good. The Nuggets leading by 5. To the middle, here's Bol, and the dunk by Bol.
And I like that from Murray. Not an extra dribble. Get the ball to the open teammate right away.
Cullen passes to Covington. Puts it up from 12. McCollum, no good. Denver shooting with confidence. Wow, 66% from the floor. Here's Porter. Yep, it counts. And it's a 9-point Nugget lead.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Up again. And it's Jokic with the rebound. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And Porter, here we go. And he commits the intentional foul. Portland on defense. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. And Jokic gets it to go.
Jokic and body control. Hey, years ago we wouldn't have said that. I'm saying it now.
Here's Lillard. Drills the elbow jumper. Lillard's got 21 in the game.
Well, he's been carrying them all night on offense, but at some point he's going to need some help.
Murray the pass to Bol. Porter with it. Now Covington defending.
And Porter has such great athleticism, able to get up and throw it down.
Trailblazers trail by 11. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. And it's Lillard missing.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And it's denied. Pass to Giant. Back to Lillard from downtown. Lillard again missing. The Nuggets leading by 11. And Porter, here we go. Jokic trying to free himself up. Offensive rebound. And there's a whistle. That goes on Harry Giles. That'll be his second foul of the game. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Snatched up. Bol. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Trailblazers trail by 11. Here is Lillard. It's deflected.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots. And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Nuggets.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jamal Murray.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
And Jokic carrying that standard for a superstar big man. For your money, though, Bones, is he the best true center in the game?
I don't think he's a true center in the sense, GA, that you can't really go down to the post and have him create his own offense by scoring the basketball. Of course, he's going to create plays for his teammates. I still think AD holds that title right now.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Harry Giles. Here's Lillard, and they cash in right away with the quick shot.
Yeah, all night long he's just been on it. He's feeling it, and Lillard will start to call his own number in some of these sets.
Covington against Murray. Got a hand on it. They retain possession. Bol kicks to Porter. Murray outside. Just 5 to shoot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
That's not a bad heads-up play there for Murray. Easily going into the contact and earning the whistle.
And so Murray nails both of them. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. The Nuggets on offense. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
He gets that one.
Yeah, this is the kind of shot selection that you got to be on board with Lillard. Tenacious scorer, but I love the efficient opportunity there.
And so it's Denver taking care of. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it.
welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Soaring high above the Willamette. And we've got Tuck.
Well, guys,
You certainly come a long way, D.A. Thank you. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They've got Ivica Zubac, Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum, and it's Leonard in at the small forward. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3 slot. Three-pointer, Lillard, good on the three-point shot. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
McCollum, no good. And that one's good, Leonard.
And you see Kawhi's hustle in transition, always putting himself in position to succeed.
Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Cullen passes to Lillard. Fires at the elbow. That one goes. Count it. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And early on, if you're him, you just want to see the ball go through the net and get into some kind of rhythm.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Lillard outside. Buries the long-range jumper. 8 points for him.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Jackson kicks to Zubac. Back to Jackson. Here's George. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there. The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Clippers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike. And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' gain.
Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Robert Covington. And then for Los Angeles, Mann's checked in, and it's Luke Kennard in for George. McCollum, no good.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. The Clippers also making some changes. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Batum. Cousins comes in for Leonard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Beverley. Finished off the break.
I mean, blowing past the defense, Patrick Beverley gets up and down the court in a blink.
Simons surveying the D. Here's Powell. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
And here's Beverley. He gets it in there.
I love this about Patrick Beverley. He's just a fighter. He's never going to back down.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trail Blazers. 56 seconds left in the first quarter. Now the pass to Giles. Cantor trying to free himself up, and it's Giles missing.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
That puts them in the lead. Beverly's got 6.
Those defenders just looked a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Simons, defended by Beverly. Passes it to Powell. Trailblazers moving the ball around. And it's Giles missing.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Simons. And his first shot of the game, no good. The shot comes out. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Clippers lead by... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
They've got Collins. He's out there with Anthony. Colum is out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Collins. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Anthony. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Now here's Covington. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And it's Lillard missing. Clippers leading by 6. Here's George. That one good for 2.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Trying to find Covington. Gets it to him. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Lillard against Leonard.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
No good off the back of the rim. Trailblazers trail by 8. Lillard finds McCollum. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Lillard the pass to Nurkic. To the wing on the left. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And the rejection by Zubac. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Rajon Rondo's checked in for Jackson. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional Mobile 1 block.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Now here's Rondo. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Count the basket.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Hollis Jefferson with it. He's picked up by Rondo. They double-team McCollum. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment. But the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of...
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch.
everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Here's the Clippers. Right now, they're on a 9-0 run. Kennard's shot is off. Trailblazers trail by 13.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go-around.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
And Beverly kicks to Ibaka. Good for the basket. Starting off 1-for-1 with that shot.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
McCollum dishes to Collins. And he misses his first shot of the game. And here are the Clippers stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Jacks up a three. Man can't hit. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's McCollum. The offensive rebound.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. Anthony left side. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. This is his first free throw of the game.
84%. That's what he was able to convert on a season ago from the line.
Both free throws good from Anthony.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Outside Jackson, launches it, sinks the three-pointer. Jackson's got 5.
Looking at Reggie's motion, it's a little bit of a push shot, but able to get it to go.
It'll count. No good on the last second attempt there. And so
it's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The deepest hole they got themselves into. That's all for now. Say goodbye.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Zubats in at the 5.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility. And boy, he can strike at any time.
Jackson looking it over. Here's Leonard. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. And it's 6 points for Kawhi Leonard. Leonard against Lillard. McCollum outside. It's deflected.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
George And it's rebounded by Covington. Trailblazers trail by 18. And Lillard throws it down.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Jackson finds George. There's the triple. Jackson misses. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. Lillard from outside. It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound. Clippers leading by 16. George with the ball. Now guarded by Nurkic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Nicholas Batum. Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. Cantor's shot is off.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. It's McCollum on the wing, guarded by Jackson. Here's Nurkic. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Nurkic doesn't take a lot of bad shots, so when he decides to pull up off the dribble, you know he's feeling it.
Rondo passes to Leonard. Shoots over Covington. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Both sides attacking. That was good defense versus good offense.
Out of bounds, Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. Trailblazers trail by 18. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Here's Simons. Lays it up off the glass. Simons has got his first basket.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Rondo finds Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. A nice shot by Simons.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
Rondo passes to Zubats. We've got 1:08 left to play in the third. Excellent D from Cantor. Inside, pass to Simons. And that one is off. Jones, the pass to Cantor. Back to Jones. To the inside, Giles. Morris with the block.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority.
Kennard's shot is off. Trailblazers trail by 16. Here's Jones. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 4 rebounds now tonight. That's a 2 from Kennard. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Trailblazers have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Morris with the ball. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Giles. Here's Cantor. And the rejection by Zubats. And so it's Los Angeles with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Hollis Jefferson. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's Rondo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Robert Covington picks one up.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duo.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid. Now he's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play, excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Jackson kicks to Cousins. Right side, Batum. Nurkic with the block. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. 6 to shoot. Here's Leonard. And it's Portland with the rebound. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Over George. Nurkic can't hit. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They led the game at 1 point by 20.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. He dishes it to Covington. Back to Lillard. The 11-footer. Nice jump shot. Good. Lillard's got 10 points in just the second half.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Leonard looking over the floor. And that one drops. And the Clippers lead by 14.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
Lillard outside. And a miss there on the triple.
He started off solid, had 2 threes at halftime, but blanked from deep since.
Jackson dishes to Batum. On the wing, George. That 3 off the mark. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Zubac is checked in. McCollum outside. Here's Covington. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And the Clippers call time here.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Paul George.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he has.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. We'll see if they were listening, guys.
Offensive rebound. Man passes to Kennard. Trying to get open is Ibaka. Kennard's shot is off.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Covington. No good. Shot missing. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Ibaka with the ball. Now Anthony defending. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
So difficult to stop. You try and match his physicality. Nope. There's Cousins going to the line.
Hollis Jefferson's check in for Portland. He hits the second from the line. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Jackson against McCollum. Outside Jackson. That's tipped. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Lillard with the ball. That cuts the lead to single digits.
And just putting his entire offensive imagination on full display. What a smooth release from Lillard.
And there's the pass to George. Back to Jackson. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Lillard against Leonard. It's McCollum on the wing. Knocks down the three ball.
And when it matters most, the coach has the confidence that McCollum will deliver.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Jackson passes to Cousins. Back to Jackson. George, that's a two-pointer. Outside for Jackson. In the corner, George with it. No good. So the Clippers with the win. A narrow win. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for